What are the shitty aspects of being a Hogwarts student that the books gloss over? Detention is fucking brutal. As an 11-year-old first-year student, your detention is to search for a wounded unicorn in the Forbidden Forest, full of giant spiders and multiple other monsters that will slaughter and eat you, with just another 11-yo and a dog. You're 11 now, child. Time to know what a dead unicorn looks like. Honestly, trauma. You know what? Hermione saying being expelled is worse than death makes sense now. Bitch is always right. We fucking doubted her. We called her a loon. We said she should sort her priorities. But she was right, like always. And it used to be even worse. Filch mentioned how detention used to be getting hung upside down by your ankles for hours. In one of the books, Molly has a fond remembrance of her and Arthur sneaking out at night and Arthur getting whipped when they get caught. She laughs about how he still has the scars. I've wondered if, in a world of almost instant healing of most wounds, pain and punishment would be a lot different. Honestly, not as bad as being eaten by giant spiders. So basically, detention equals horror escape room. The only person who can't do magic is the janitor, the one janitor for the entire castle grounds. This kinda justifies why the janitor was so pissed off most of the times. If only he went full kindergarten, the game. Patrolling and polishing chains, probably. Odd jobs the elves are unsuited for, like being seen by students, and scolding. It's particularly fucked up because one spell could instantly clean a room, but Filch had to scrub mud for hours instead. Basically sadism. Left-handed here, even writing on a whiteboard with dry erase is a pain. I have a little one I keep on my fridge where I make notes of things I need to do, and I've learned to write things backwards, starting at the last letter, working to the first because I don't smudge that way. Having to write with a quill on parchment. This has to be a pain to deal with. They always talk about how superior they are to Muggles, yet Muggles have telephones and they're still using birds to communicate. I want a movie about the inevitable consequences of Muggles learning of wizards en masse, and wanting regulation of these magic-wielding crazy people whose wars have been secretly destroying chunks of Muggle society. Wizards, being the arrogant snobs they are, refuse to answer to Muggles. Turns out wands make for ineffective weapons against a basic handgun, let alone stealth bombers, predator drones, cruise missiles, and armored personnel carriers. So when tensions rise and the war between the magical and mundane breaks out, it's actually more of an even fight than anyone could have guessed. I maintain that there is literally no way the magical community would win a Muggle war. In a straight stand-up fight they have the advantage, but show me a wizard who understands the danger of landmines, a sniper rifle, etc. Most of them can't figure out how pants work, for crying out loud. Besides which, even if they somehow manage to survive that stuff most of the time, there aren't that many of them as far as I know. Muggles could literally drown magical culture in the bodies of our dead and still walk out the other side thinking we'd done a great job. The rules are ridiculous, safety is a joke. All the teachers and students are also armed at all times. Constant terror attacks because some kid just won't die. LOL, from this point of view you can't help siding with Slytherin. Fuck you, Harry, we just want our school to go back to normal. All those moving stairs you have to memorize the patterns of movement of. It probably takes hours for a new kid to get to class because of those stairs. Half the teaching staff sucks and the leadership just tolerates it. Getting fucking murdered by not talking the right staircase. Forces you can't control fucking murder you for going to the bathroom at night.